They didn't tell me their name, but if you're here, I'm talking to you. That person said they joined the ranks of Islam and they really wanted to fight against homosexuality in themselves. But it's such a hard struggle. They were asking for help. And if you're in the audience, I say to you, brother, your help is in Allah. I know it's difficult to be in a room with a lot of men. And you've been in that kind of life where you just love men. And you see all these handsome, clean brothers. I remember when one of our brothers who was a homosexual came to the mosque and Malcolm was teaching. And he just loved Malcolm, you know. And he joined, he really joined. And I was there the night that he came into the men's class. And everybody that comes in has to stand up and say a few words to the men about being glad to be in the nation, etc. And this young man said, and I quote, "I've never been hugged by so many handsome men in all my life." He tried real hard, he did. He tried real hard to be a man. But I guess, you know, we men drill, and I guess walking behind a brother drilling, he just couldn't make it, brother. That's not funny. But the enemy has made that lifestyle fair seeming. How many of you saw the movie Philadelphia? Tom Hanks did a heck of a job. He got an Oscar, didn't he? Did you see our brother Denzel? He was pretty strong, wasn't he? But if you notice the way they played Denzel, he was one who was against homosexuals. And in the end, he ends up at a party with them, and it's okay now. He's not one, but live and let live. See, some of the biggest Hollywood people are homosexuals. They write the scripts and they pay the actors. You see our brother, the great brother that played in Demolition Man? Wesley Snipes. He's a beautiful brother. He played in New Jack City. Didn't he have a real tough, macho image? They gave him a lot of money to play a drag queen now. And I spoke to him. I told him, please, brother, don't do that. But he had already signed the contract. Well, he could have got out of it, you know, but he chose, I guess, to go on through with it. But this is how white folks start setting us up. And we can't even see what he's doing to us through the movies. So my brother, if you're here, and sister, if you're here listening to me, there is no way to conquer homosexuality with words and talk. You gotta commit your life to God, to Allah. And when you feel weak, that's when you turn to Allah and pray hard. Then get up and fight against what it is that you know will take you under. You can't give in to it. Don't give in to it. Fight. And if you fight for what is right, you find God fighting with you, alongside you, helping you to gain victory over your weakness and mine. So keep on fighting, brother. I'm sorry that I didn't complete this subject today. Well, it's just too much. But I can't wait till Wednesday. I'm really so full. And all of you that are Muslims, And those of you who are in this audience that attempt to be righteous, you cannot have partnership and friendship with the unrighteous and claim to be the righteous. I want you to listen to me now. If you are a righteous person, what do you look like hanging out with even your best buddy of yesterday? If he's dealing drugs and you hang out with him, then you have hooked on with death. And soon you will pay the consequence of your friendships. You can't socialize with nobody that has not accepted to live a righteous life. Once you accept righteousness, you got to break off from that which is unrighteous. In the beginning, God separated light from darkness. They could not coexist. Light with light, darkness with darkness. If I accept righteousness, then all my buddies that I used to smoke reefers with, I love them, but I can't hang no more. I've got to walk with those who are trying to refrain from an unrighteous life so that their strength will cover me when I get weak and mine will cover them when they get weak. But if I hang out with the weak, I'll get weak again. Ever watch a fish? If you ever watch a fish that flops, you get it out of the water, you got to take it all the way away from the bank. Because if you leave it on the bank, it'll keep flopping and flopping and flopping till it flops right back in the water again. So look, man, whatever your weakness is that you're trying to overcome, don't hang out with the people that are doing the very thing that you're trying to get away from. And if they tell you, look, man, you know, me and you was A school, you know, we was boon codes and everything. I say, yeah, I know. But brother, I want you to come on to the mosque with me. Oh, no. Y'all ain't gonna get me over there and change me up. Well, if you don't want to change, man, I love you, you my brother, but I got to move on. With me, I tell you, I keep kindly company in the world with all kind of people, but you will never find me hanging out with nobody that has not accepted to live a righteous life. I don't hang. You don't find me hanging no place. You can't find me in no bar room. That ain't my crowd. That's my brothers and sisters, but that's not my crowd. I don't want you hanging in a bar. I want you out of the bar and the bar out of you. I want you to do constructive things with your life. I ain't going in the bar to sit down and order even a glass of milk, because I don't belong in that kind of company. I don't belong in that kind of place. Oh, you think you too good? Yeah, I'm too good for that kind of place. How you gonna tell me you used to be a prostitute and hanging out in the whorehouse? Well, you didn't used to be. You still are. Because if you're not, you get as far away from that as you can. So when you become a Muslim or a true Christian, you come out of the world and you form new relationships, because the activity of that relationship is a higher activity. So when you tell me that you are a Muslim and then I see you hanging with those that are living a low life, I know that you haven't really accepted Islam yet. I know that. I know that. You're using Islam. You're not strong enough to come all the way in and a little strong to go all the way out. So you twix and tween. You know, if you're going to come in, come all the way. If you're going to go out, go all the way. But this ain't no hangout place. Use it as a cover. Do you follow what I'm saying? So all you sisters that are Muslim, your friends should be those that are trying to be right. If all your friends are the wrongdoers, don't tell me you the righteous. Birds of the same feather, they hang, Jack. So if you want to get strong, be with those who are strong. If you want to stay weak, stay with those who will keep dragging you down to the old life that you used to live. May Allah bless you all. Thank you for listening as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.